What if I told you that booking a trip, even just planning one, is literally changing your brain chemistry right now? Not metaphorically, scientifically. Studies show that 97% of people feel measurably happier just by planning future travel. No passport required yet, no bags packed, just the thought of going somewhere does something to your body. So today, we're going to break down exactly what travel does physically, mentally, emotionally, and across 5 other areas of your health. Some of this is going to genuinely surprise you. Let's get into it.
Back in the city where the lights stay wild. Bass hit heavy, got a club on trial. Shorty too bad, got a dangerous smile. On the headline, maybe not just a stop. Pull up clean, no stress.
All right, so most of us think about wellness in terms of what we eat, how much we sleep, whether we hit the gym, and those things do matter. But research at SAMHSA, which is the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration and the HHS, identified 8 full dimensions of wellness: physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual, environmental, occupational, and financial. 8. And here's what's wild. Travel positively impacts every single one of them. So let's go through each one, because by the end of this video, you might just have the most science-backed excuse to book the trip that you've been putting off. You're welcome. So let's start with emotional wellness, which is your ability to manage stress, process feelings, bounce back from life's curveballs. So here's what the research says. A 2018 Austrian study tracked middle managers, people with generally stressful jobs, and found that their stress levels dropped significantly after a vacation and stayed lower for up to 45 days after they got home. 45 days from one trip. Another study found that women who vacation at least twice a year are significantly less likely to suffer from depression and chronic stress than those who vacation less than once every 2 years. And then there's that planning stat I mentioned. 97% of people feel happier by simply planning a future trip. Your brain actually starts releasing feel-good chemicals in anticipation. So even if the trip is 3 months away, your emotional wellness is already improving today. The takeaway? Travel isn't just a break from stress, it's actually a treatment from it. Now let's talk about what travel does to your actual body. A study published in the journal Psychology and Health found that people who take vacations more frequently actually have lower odds of developing metabolic syndrome. That's a cluster of conditions including high blood pressure, high blood sugar, excess belly fat, that raises your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. And sleep, this one surprised me. 1 in 3 American adults don't get enough sleep. Poor sleep is linked to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, even depression. But research shows that just getting away from your routine, even for just a weekend, can reset your sleep cycle by breaking habits like late night screen time that are wrecking your rest. Travel also just gets you moving, walking through new cities, hiking trails, swimming. You're physically active in ways that don't even feel like workout because you're too busy being amazed by where you are. Intellectual wellness is about keeping your mind engaged, curious, and growing. And travel, as we know, is basically a masterclass in this. When you immerse yourself in a new culture, the language, the food, the history, the art, your brain is firing in ways that it simply doesn't do during your normal routine. Research shows that exposure to new environments enhances cognitive flexibility, which is your brain's ability to switch between ideas and think more creatively. There's also a concept researchers called divergent thinking, which is the ability to generate multiple solutions to a single problem. Studies have found that travel experiences, especially cultural ones, significantly boost divergent thinking. That's why so many entrepreneurs, artists, and innovators are obsessed travelers. It's no coincidence. It's actually neuroscience. So social wellness is about the quality of your relationships and your sense of connection to others. And travel strengthens this in 2 directions: the people we travel with and the people we meet along the way. AARP research found that the longest lasting benefit of travel, outlasting energy boost, moodless, and even better sleep, was improved relationships with loved ones. That benefit lasted 6 weeks on average after returning home. In a 2023 study in the Journal of Transport and Health, found that people who lacked access to travel beyond 15 miles from home were actually significantly more likely to report poor personal health, directly connecting the ability to travel with social participation and overall well-being. Travel forces real human connection in a world that's increasingly digital, and your health literally depends on it. All right, guys, so spiritual wellness isn't necessarily about religion. Just want to say that up front. It's actually about having a sense of meaning, purpose, and connection to something larger than yourself. And few things accelerate that like travel. Standing at the edge of the Grand Canyon, for instance, or walking through ancient ruins, sitting in a cathedral built 800 years ago. These experiences have a way of putting your life in perspective in a matter of seconds. Researchers call this the awe effect. When we experience awe, it reduces self-focused thinking, increases humility, and makes us feel more connected to humanity as a whole. Universities like UC Davis specifically list traveling and experiencing other cultures as a direct pathway to spiritual wellness. It helps you ask bigger questions, and sometimes it helps you find bigger answers. All right, so environmental wellness is one of the most least thought about of the 8. It's actually about your relationship with the world around you, whether you're feeling safe, stimulated, and connected to your surroundings. A 2020 study published in the journal Nature found that people who experience more changes in scenery day to day are measurably happier. Just variety in your environment, that's it. And when it comes to nature specifically, Canada literally started prescribing national park visits as medical treatment. Canada partnered with doctors to offer natural prescriptions because the research on nature and mental health is so strongly correlated. Travel puts you in environments where your body and brain were literally designed to thrive in, and most of us are starving for it. Occupational wellness is about finding meaning and satisfaction in your work and maintaining a healthy relationship between your professional and personal life. Here's a stat that should get every manager's attention. Travel incentive programs have been shown to increase workplace productivity by up to 18%. Not during the trip, after it. Research from PMC found that restorative vacation activities like nature, culture, physical movement boost problem solving and creative thinking with effects that persist long after you return to the office. Travel also gives you perspective on work itself. Many people come back from a trip with clarity about their career direction, their purpose, sometimes even a plan to start a business. The distance from your daily grind creates mental space to actually think about what you want, not just what's next on you or somebody else's to-do list. Now, I know what you're thinking. Travel costs money. How is it good for financial wellness? Fair point. But here's the flip side. The financial skills travel builds are genuinely valuable. Budgeting for a trip, making trade-offs, stretching resources. These are the same skills that build long-term financial health. And then there's a productivity angle again. Employees who take regular vacations come back more focused, more energized, more creative. Studies show financial stress costs companies billions in lost productivity, and that same stress costs you in health outcomes. Travel, done intentionally, is an investment in a version of you that earns more, thinks more clearly, and handles money better. The goal isn't to spend recklessly, it's to stop treating rest as a luxury and start seeing it as a return on investment. All right, guys, so there it is. 8 dimensions of wellness. 8 ways travel is doing something real to your body, your mind, your life. The research isn't saying you need a 5-star resort in Bali, though I'm not opposed. It's saying that the act of stepping outside your routine, experiencing something new, and giving yourself permission to rest and explore is one of the most complete wellness practices that exists. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these 8 dimensions that you feel is out of balance right now. And just think about how a trip, even a short one, maybe even a local one, could help restore it. Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one of these. So if this resonated with you, subscribe, because this channel is built around the idea that wellness isn't just a gym membership, it's a whole lifestyle. And travel is a part of that. And we're just getting started. See you in the next one. Bumper, bumper.